There's a curious paradox in music, isn't there? It's both sanctuary and storm. For those who create it, music can be the light that guides us through the darkness, and yet it often demands we walk into the very shadows we are trying to escape. To be a musician is to be an interpreter of emotions, a translator of the ineffable. It's to take the raw, untamed chaos of human experience and mold it into something that resonates, something that moves others. But what happens to the doing? To the one translating? To the artist who must first feel the weight of those emotions before shaping them into something that might just be so beautiful? This is the question we don't ask often enough. What does it cost to create music? For some, the cost is high, too high. You see, music isn't just a craft, something you learn at university. It's something of a gift for many that comes from nowhere. It's also a mirror. It reflects back not just the world around us, but the world within us. And that reflection can be startling, even painful. To write a song, to compose a piece, is to confront yourself, to lay bare your doubts, your fears, your grief, your joy. It's a form of self-exposure that most people never experience. And when that vulnerability is met with silence, indifference, or even criticism, it doesn't just bruise your ego. It can cut straight to your soul. For many musicians, the stage feels like both a pedestal and a prison. You're elevated, adored, applauded, but you're also scrutinized, compared, judged. Every performance, every release is an offering of yourself. And when it's not enough, when the world demands more, better, faster, it's easy to feel like you're not enough either. Then there's the silence. The hours alone with your instrument, chasing melodies that refuse to come. For those touring, the tours that stretch into months, where every hotel room feels like a hollow echo of the last. The nights when the applause fades, leaving you with nothing but your own thoughts. And the ongoing gnawing question, does this even matter? What is this about? The truth is, music asks so much of us because it's more than entertainment. It's more than sound. Music is connection. It's a bridge between the artist and the audience, between one soul and another. It's how we say, this is how I feel. Do you feel it too? But that connection, like every connection, comes at a price. There's an intimacy between the writer and the listener. It's no secret that many musicians struggle with mental health, depression, anxiety, burnout. These aren't just statistics. They're lived realities. And it's not just the pressures of the industry. No, those are immense if you even reach that level of success. It's the very nature of the work itself. Music demands that you feel deeply, consistently, even when it hurts, especially when it hurts. Because pain, we're told, is where the best art comes from. And we do like to feed on pain, not just our own, but on others. And we are forever hungry to feed at the pedestal of the artist. And for a long time I believed that. I thought my suffering was the wellspring of my creativity, that without it I'd have nothing to say, but that's a lie. A dangerous, insidious lie. Pain may inspire, yes, but it doesn't sustain, it doesn't nurture, and it certainly doesn't define the artist or the music they produce. What I've come to realize is this: creativity doesn't have to be born from suffering. It can come from curiosity, from wonder, from the quiet moments of peace we allow ourselves to feel. Healing doesn't erase your experiences, it gives you perspective. It allows you to shape your pain into something constructive, something transformative. There's this myth in the artistic world that if you heal, you find balance, you'll lose your edge, that your art will become flat, uninspired. But let me tell you something, your edge doesn't come from your wounds. It comes from your resilience, from your ability to get up every day and keep going, and your ability to keep that balance between your creative soul and your real world, where you work, you produce, take care of yourself and your family and your friends, but you can still go into that room and focus and dial in to that anxiety, those thoughts that bother you, and produce something from all that feeling. And that's what makes you a songwriter. It's not the pain itself that creates art. It's what you do with it. It's how we turn it into something that resonates, that connects, that transcends. And that process doesn't require you to suffer endlessly. But breaking free from that mindset isn't easy. The whole industry is built on emotion. Social media doesn't make it easy. Everywhere you look, there's a reminder that you should be doing more, achieving more, creating more. The constant comparison, the relentless pursuit of perfection, it's exhausting. And yet, you keep going. Why? Because music matters, art matters, connection matters. But here's the truth. We need to hold on to. You matter too. Your worth isn't tied to your output. Your value isn't measured by streams, likes, or ticket sales. You're not a machine, you're a human being. And your well-being, your joy, your peace, your health matters more than any song you'll ever write. Even if your greatest piece came from your most painful place. So, to every musician out there who feels like they're drowning, who wonders if they're enough, let me say this: you are. Even without the songs, even without the recognition, you are enough. Take the break. Let the strings rest. Let the keys go quiet. The world will still be here when you're ready to go to that creative space again. Play again. Perform again. Write again. And when you do return, when you pick up your instrument, your pen, your voice, know this: you don't have to carry it alone. There's strength in asking for help. There's courage in admitting you're struggling. There's power in building collaboration, community, where your music doesn't just resonate with others, it heals you and heals others too in many ways. Music is sacred, not because of its perfection, but because of its humanity, because it reminds us of what it means to feel, to connect, to hope. And music resonates with all its imperfections. It doesn't have to be perfect musically. The feeling is felt. So sing, but don't forget to breathe. Write, but don't forget to live. And when it feels like too much, remember this. The silence isn't empty. It's where the next song begins. Writers really do write. And if you've been writing most of your life, it's probably one of the most beautiful parts of who you are. And if someone doesn't value that, don't let them silence you. Because the most beautiful melodies don't come from our despair. They come from our determination to keep going, to keep creating, to keep being. These are your drivers. That's the real music. And it's a song worth living for.